Hi peeps, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dawn Ori of DawnOri.com, and I wanted to come to you today to talk about the idea of the setup and the reset of your day. So I wanted to give you guys a couple of things that I do to make sure that I have productivity in my day, and I use those things every single day to make sure that I have productivity, I have clarity, I have focus, I have grounding, and I'm able to really make the most of the day. The first thing that I talk about in terms of setting up my day, or the daily setup and the daily reset, are making sure that I am looking at the 3 F's. One of those 3 F's, or the first one of the 3 F's, is focus. So before I start anything out in the day, I start out the day in peace and quiet and focus. What does that mean? That means sometimes it's prayer, sometimes it's meditation. All the time, it is a way to be able to shut the noise out so that I have just a peaceful way of setting up my mind, setting my intention, and getting myself ready for the day. Well, not setting my intention, but revisiting the intention that I set for the day from the night before. What is setting intention? Setting intention is basically the practice of looking at the internal structure that you want for the next day, and then focusing on it to be able to have it be a part of your day. So sometimes setting intention involves goals and how well you do during the day in terms of your productivity. Other parts of the day, and for other parts of intention, is about just making sure that you maintain your peace, your mindset, and that you really and truly solidify in your mind what you want to attract to your day. So the first thing that I do in my day is the first F, which is focus. I, of course, again, use quiet time, and that includes prayer, that includes meditation, that includes me having a conversation with God, saying, what is it that you would want for my day today? And it's also me in receiving mode so that I can get that information and be able to act on it. The other part of that focus is all about making sure that my inner being is set up and in alignment for the day. So again, that involves setting intention, that involves not necessarily setting intention, but resetting intention from the night before. And that also involves making sure that I really and truly look at all the things that I want in my life and have a moment for gratitude. That setup, that focus time, is usually about an hour for me, an hour to an hour and a half. I read my Bible there. That's where I spend my prayer time in the morning. I do my meditations, again, I do my other statements of gratitude and also of grounding. And I work from that premise of making it a very spiritual, very beneficial time for me in the morning. The next part of that is the second F, which is fitness. So within fitness, of course, there's your workout. And today's workout for me was Zumba. Every day I have a schedule where I have set it up so that at some point in the day I am working out. Usually it's in the morning, and I fluctuate between Zumba and yoga and weights or HIIT, or focusing on certain areas that I want to make sure that I get toned up, or squats. I'm also getting ready to incorporate my jump rope because I'm getting ready to buy a jump rope mat so that I can jump rope outside, get some air, and have that be a part of my routine as well. So those are the things that I look at when I think about fitness. I want to make sure that I'm evaluating my goals, that I am on track for my goals, that I'm looking at all the things that I need to do in order to be in alignment with the fitness goals that I have, so that my body stays healthy and works in optimal health. This is so important for not just your body, but your mind. So is the focus part. It's important not just for your body, for your spirit, but also for your mind. The last part of the F's is food. I've heard so many people say, I don't want to eat breakfast. I don't like eating breakfast. I grab coffee and I keep going. Here's the thing about eating breakfast. You've heard that it said that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It actually is, because breakfast is actually breaking the fast. So what that means is, overnight you didn't eat anything. You haven't eaten anything for between 8 to 10 hours, right? Your body during that time has taken time to rest, to rejuvenate, to start rebuilding cells, to start realigning muscles, realigning your back, repairing your muscles if you've worked out. All of these things are happening all while you're sleeping. So your body has really been working hard overnight. A part of making sure that you give your body the fuel it needs for the day is properly breaking the fast. It's the most important meal of the day, because it is literally the first meal that your body uses as fuel for the rest of the day. Well, I've heard people say, I don't want to eat a whole meal. Who wants eggs and bacon and toast and jelly or bagel with cream cheese and this and that and the other? Or it's just too much food for me. It's just too much for me to eat in the morning. It's too much. Here's the thing. The traditional idea of a meal is not always the same thing as breaking the fast. You can break the fast with something as simple as an apple and a handful of nuts. You get your fruit, you get your carbs, you get your protein, all in one meal. And it's just a little handful of almonds or walnuts or cashews along with an apple. And then make sure you take time to also get water, because hydration is right up there with food. You want to also make sure you get your supplements in at that time. So really give your body the absolute best send-off that it needs for your beginning of your day. The other thing I want to talk about in terms of the daily setup is the importance of how your body functions throughout the day. It all depends on the daily setup. Think about it like this. You heard people say, I got up on the wrong side of the bed. What that really means is there was a disturbance in their energy in the morning, and they're taking that energy throughout the rest of the day with them. So what that means is, if you reground yourself after you've had that disturbance in your energy, you have a better chance of having a more productive day. So think about that when you think about how important the 3 F's are in your life: the focus, the fitness, and the food, because all 3 of those have everything to do with how your body functions, how your mind functions, how your emotions are set up, how your mental stability and your mental health happens throughout the food, throughout the exercise, throughout the focus. All of those things support healthy emotional, mental well-being. Now, we've gone throughout the entire day. Our daily setup has happened. We can actually have lunch in the middle of that or not. Some people do, some people don't. I generally try and have 3 meals a day, but the setup has already happened for the day. So by lunchtime, your body's asking for food. If it's asking for food, give it some food. Then you have the rest of your day, and then you go down into the nighttime or the evening time when you get your 3 R's. So this is where the reset comes into play. So you've got the daily setup that's already happened with your 3 F's. And then at the end of the day, you have to look into your 3 R's for your reset. Before I start talking about those 3 R's, I do want to mention that having a schedule is everything. It actually helps when you have a schedule to be able to stay grounded, to stay rooted, to stay in motion, to be able to have a routine to look forward to. Helps in all kinds of things. It gives your body and your mind regularity so that you are not off doing one thing or another and you're kind of disheveled. Routines, schedules are everything, and especially in this time when we're at home in the house and some people have kids, some people have kids that they have to actually take care of during the day, and they also have to do their job at home at the same time, and they have homework after they're done with work, and they have to make dinner, and they have to make this, and they have to do all of those things come together and converge. And sometimes when you're done, you just drop. I get it. But the most beneficial way to end a day, no matter what's been going on, is to have a moment of the 3 R's in your schedule. Especially for those of you who are home and you're working very stressful jobs with financial markets or with medical issues with people, and you don't have a space to just stop the madness because you haven't carved that time out. Here's what I suggest you do. I suggest that you enact a time for the 3 R's. Schedule it. Live by it. Make it as important to you as breathing, and it will help you. Because what will happen is, even if your schedule gets thrown off, those 3 R's are so important that before you lay down, you get those done. Because really, and sometimes, let me be honest, sometimes I do my 3 R's while I'm in the bed, because it's been that kind of day, and I just need to unplug, and I need the 3 R's to happen in succession so I can go to sleep. So this is the truth of the matter for me as it stands. I do the 3 R's on a daily basis, whether I'm around somebody or whether I'm not, but they must happen before I go to bed. It's very rare that I don't do the 3 R's. So I get myself through my day, I brush my teeth, I do all the things that I need to do to wrap my hair up, and I get ready, get in the shower, get out the shower, all that stuff, and I get myself to a place of rest. And when I get myself to that place of rest, the 3 R's kick in. The first R is recount. And what I do is I spend a good 15, maybe 20 minutes just in a space of thinking about all the good that has happened in my lifetime. I think about all the people that love me. I think about all the people that I love. I think about the people that I've had the opportunity to learn from and the people that I've grown with. I think about the times when I've had laughter and I've had joy. And I really shift my energy from that space of work or kids or home or pressure to the space of gratitude. And oh my gosh, the gratitude that I have when I have those moments is so beautiful. More than most of the time, I do spend a little bit of that time crying because I'm just so grateful for my life. From there, after I've gotten peeled off all the layers of the day and sat in a space of gratitude, then I'm able to grab my journal and start the review. I review the day for all the things that I did that I wanted to do. I review the day for all of the blessings or the new meetings of the new people and all of those things. And then I review the day for the opportunities that came to me. And so I can set myself up the next day, right now, using all that information to set my intention. So after I get that stuff done in terms of the review, I am journaling, I am sitting down, I am looking at all the things that I got done, all the money I spent, all the money I saved, all the things that I brought in, everything that has to do with anything. I bring those things to the table in my journal, and I sit there and I just talk about it to myself. It helps me to keep a record of my life and what has happened, but it also gives me more momentum if I need a little bit of something to look back on and see where I was on this day. I cannot tell you how powerful journaling is, and I cannot tell you how important it is to really be able to keep an account of all the things that make you you in your journey to your next. So the last thing that I do in the review is I actually set my intention. I look at the energy that I've had in the day, and I look at the things that I want to come to me tomorrow. I open myself up for opportunities. I open myself up for new meetings. I open myself up for ways for things to come to me like they've never come to me before. And I set intention based on those things. And from there, then I take time to just release it. I literally release the day. I let it go. I've done all I can during that day. I've said all I could say. If I have ideas that are coming to my mind, I grab my journal and I write those things down. I don't get up and start working because it's time for me to rest. And I release those things in my mind, the ideas, the information. I release it into my journal. Then I let that go and I literally release everything that I need to release from the day, and I rest. I do my breathing exercises, I do my meditation, I do my prayer, I listen to meditation music, sometimes I listen to paraliminals. I give myself the opportunity to just let it go, shut out the noise, and then focus on just me. So thinking about the recount and the review, now those can actually be done, at least for me, those can be done around people. So if my sweetie's home during that time and he's working during that time and we're in the same room, then I can do the journaling and I can do all of the reflection and the recounting with him in the room. But that release, that's all mine. When I do my reset, I turn off the TV, I turn off my phone, I put it on silent, I turn it over so that I can't see notifications popping up on my screen. I don't listen to radio if it's not radio that is uplifting, if it's not radio that's going to send me into a place of worship or a place of gratitude or a place of peace in my soul and in my spirit and in my mind. I get rid of that information because I don't want that energy to come in and spoil that time. And after I do those 3 hours and I've gotten my chance to really rest, I go to sleep. And I sleep really good. I actually sleep with a meditation on. It's a 3-hour Tibetan bowl meditation. That is a chakra healing meditation for my body and my soul. And I sleep with that for the first 3 hours, and I don't even hear it. Most of the time I don't hear it unless I wake up to go to the restroom. But it's on enough for it to calm me. And once the bowls start singing, I'm out. And it is actually something that really, really helps me throughout the day, the next day, because I've had an opportunity to really have restful, peaceful sleep. So that's my daily setup and my daily reset. I hope that it helped you to be able to create your own daily reset and daily setup so that you'll be able to have the peace and tranquility that you need to be able to be as impactful in the daytime and as restful at night as you need to be, with a clear mind, a clear emotions, and very clear, poignant focus for your day, for your dreams, for your goals. I'm Dawn Ori with DawnOri.com. Watchman on the Wall for your abundance, and I'm here to make sure that you have an amazing, amazing life. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.